Hello, this is Tessa. I am the writer and dungeon master for the campaign Chanticlear. In this podcast, 4 geeks with no math skills will joke their way through the world of Dungeons and Dragons. This world is rife with puns, lovable NPCs, and LGBTQ+ characters, and some homebrew to make it spicy. We decided to make this podcast to share what we think is a good story. So if you come with us on this journey, I think you will come to love it too. Welcome to Chanticlear.
I'm Mackenzie, and my character is Naomh, who's a Selkie ranger, who has grown up in the guild pretty much from birth, with her small family, just raised as a leather worker, and just works for the guild mostly.
Hello, I am Chase Atkinson, and I play Akuma Koseki. I am a tiefling, essentially samurai, and don't really have much more than that. This character is based on Jetstream Sam. We'll figure out where the meme goes.
Hi, my name is Anthony Beckett, and my character's name is Jakob. He is a warlock Aasimar with the background of Far Traveler, who joined on as an accountant at the guild and has run into some money troubles, and in order to alleviate them has become an adventurer. He also has a familiar, a raven by the name of Mayhem.
You want to get started? It's been a while since I ran a game of noobs. Just like little baby adventures.
Please don't kill us with an undead demon lich.
It's Tessa, you know she will.
Yes, you will.
It'll be fine.
It was not fine.
Let's go.
Setting the scene. With some changes and absences happening in the guild, and considering your character's past performances, the head of the guild, Thrannen, is considering elevating you in the guild, which comes with more risk and a pay raise. As a test, he's sending you on a mission, which you may opt out of, along with the promotion, to see if you are ready. He's giving you some potions of water breathing. You are recovering cargo from a sunken barge, which had no casualties, but the cargo is of rare magical spell components from afar, which would benefit Luskin to receive. Grandmaster Thrannen will send along a senior guild member to help you out. Pull you out of the water, literally, if things get too rough.
Yes, I'm gonna come in handy for this. I turn into a seal.
Do you all accept? Thrannen steeples his fingers over the desk that is piled with much paperwork.
Oh, fuck. I forgot to make up a character voice.
Welcome to session 1, where we will all be figuring out what our characters' voices actually sound like. I probably won't do anything.
Yeah.
Me neither.
We all have noticed your loyalty to the guild and increased performance. So,
If you think we're ready to do this, then I'm good to go. I guess I'm putting my life, or our lives, just sort of in a joint pot of, boy, I hope... our hearts. And sort of a collective pot of, boy, I hope none of us get each other killed.
I'm good to go with this.
I mean, I've never been on a quest before, so I suppose.
I got a note. You are you a child?
No.
Okay.
No, she's just very little.
Ah, okay.
Was that in character?
Yes. That was very in character. Like,
How dare you ask me this?
Are you child?
Just because I'm short?
Yes.
How tall are you?
Oh. I know I wrote it down somewhere. 5'8".
In character,
I'm the tallest.
I wrote it down somewhere.
looks at the sweaty palm with...
I am 5 foot tall.
He's right. He has writing on his hands.
This is my height.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I am Jakob.
Jakob.
I am Jakob of Luskin Adventuring Guild.
Gwilled.
Gwill.
If you are all in agreement, then may I introduce your guide? Come on in. Hello. I am Quince, and I have been with the guild for quite a while. It is very, very nice to meet you all. And you see Quince is a medium-sized Aarakocra. She has a rather nice sword on her belt. And if you were to imagine what bird she closely resembles, it would be a Victoria crown pigeon. She has blood-red eyes that look at you inquisitively. She stands about 5 foot.
Same height.
Same height, plum, except she doesn't have a lot of feathers.
Oh.
Are you a child?
Have you ever heard of the importance of first impressions?
Absolutely.
I don't think he knows what that means.
Well, let me make a first impression on you. And she whips out her sword. It is a rapier. And she... Do you have hair?
Yeah. But I would like him to, move closer.
Closer?
Yes. She pulls out a sword and is, pointing it at him. He is going to rock straight towards her.
I take that as a threat.
No weapons, no nothing. He just walks straight towards her.
Come at me.
Listen, I understand that you are attempting to threaten me, but I am an accountant. If you think I value my life that highly, you are mistaken.
How old are you?
32.
He's an ethereal being.
Roll charisma.
So that is an 8.
Well, she sheathes her sword. That is quite the first impression.
I'd like to put it out there that, if we post this on the internet, there's probably going to be at least one accountant that's like, hey, wait a minute. This guy's making fun of me.
Abs.
And I would like to say that it is probably a different situation in Tessa's D&D world than it is in the actual world. Maybe. I do not speak for all accountants.
The Adventurers Guild gets commission, but if you're a regular worker, you get paid time off. You also get dental.
Oh man, dental.
If you all are done with all of this, you may go see our armorer for any items you may need. Yarnvjor. He will also be manning the boat for your team. And, kindly get out. And he makes a little, go on, motion.
Little flappy hands.
Yeah. His little orc tusks sticking out. Just he's not angry at you, he's just I got more to do. The Adventurers Guild, as you descend the steps from the Guildmaster's office, it is all well lit with natural lighting, but these stairways are made out of old oak planks that are very sturdy and sometimes creak, but it is all ancient and well tended to. Are you all going directly to Yarnvjor's?
Yes.
Might as well.
Unless you guys have any opposition to that.
No, I'd like to
No,
go the
Naomh is
opposite
excited
way
to
all
see
the way
him
around the
since
world.
he's essentially an uncle raised in the guild together.
Most people, I will say you do know Naomh, that he has a very nice sense of humor once you get to it. Most people assume he isn't very charismatic. As you all approach the counter and see the familiar warforged face of Yarnvjor.
Hello.
How goes?
We are here on a mission to get the supplies at the
Are you
the
a
barge.
country southerner?
I'm testing some stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, keep going.
Accents are hard. We are here to... Hello. We are here
Knock
to...
something over.
Yeah.
Looks down at it.
Don't worry, Arnbjorn, he's an accountant.
I get it. This makes much more sense now. So, yes, I was given
We're here to do your taxes.
I have no worldly possessions, so I don't need to pay taxes.
Shame.
I do have to pay income tax, though.
You live somewhere? There's a tax for that.
You exist? There's a tax for that.
If you rent, do you have to pay taxes on that?
Yes.
You breathe?
Yeah.
There's a tax for that.
There's a tax on
Maybe it's different in
Your,
Lollygagging tax.
yeah.
your heart beat, they're taxed for that.
He doesn't have a heart.
You
He's a course.
He only got oil.
You oil? There's a tax for that. You gear? There's a tax for that.
You gotta pay for parts. Also, only he and I can joke about that.
Yes, you're not in the... You're not... You're not there yet. So, I was given the keys to the boathouse, and whenever you are ready, we will head out. But I suggest we hurry, since you never know what will be scavenged from below.
Let's do it.
Well, do you all need help finding things, or can I was gonna go see my boyfriend.
Don't make a joke.
Well, now I want to.
No.
And I wasn't, because I couldn't think of anything. But now I want to make a joke. Where is...
This is a social situation.
The more you make fun of Uncle Armbjorn, I'm going to make fun of you for being an accountant.
Joke's on you. I make fun of myself for being an accountant. Oh, yeah. I think we should be good.
Alright, Quince. Just make sure they don't break anything. And he shuffles off. You notice maybe the better light of the hall shows you that the wood of his frame is sprouting leaves. He is, as Naomh knows, a notable druid. And you see down the hall he runs into another notable druid known as Johnny.
He will stab you.
I'm okay with it.
Well, I'm good. What about these grenades? Do grenades go well? You know, when you go on a boat mission, or any mission, I find it is helpful to bring grenades.
For the sharks.
They work well underwater?
Haven't tried it yet.
They do. They work very well on water life.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, we haven't tested them yet.
I think... Who was
Just
it?
don't use them when we're in the water and we'll be fine.
Please.
Devin, the artificer, made some waterproof grenades. It was my birthday gift.
They don't need to be waterproof.
Well, we do have some older kind with the fuse on them. I guess that's more of a bomb. I am so excited. It's like a little field trip with all the little kitties.
Did they say?
They didn't say how old they were.
Okay.
I think I'm the only person who has actually said my age.
How old are you?
32.
Oh, man.
Junior adventurer.
Quote unquote.
Eric Cocker only get to like 30 years.
You're like Billy Madison.
She whistles, and he turns around from where he was and comes on back. Well, let's go so we can get back. So you actually do have to walk through the street, and it's mid-morning. Not too busy, just a nice flow of people selling things in the shopping district and businesses going about their normal biz. You might pinch your nose as you go past the tanners when you finally get to the river and the little boathouse with the symbol of the Adventurers Guild. Jarnbjorn unlocks the little padlock, and inside there is a variety of nice little boats. So, they didn't say which one we were supposed to take.
Did they say how big the cargo was?
That is a good point. We should probably take something bigger. I think the component boxes they were looking for was 3 crates, about 100 pounds. Big boat then.
Yeah.
Yeah, bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
I don't know the names of any of these things. They put me in charge here just because I'm helpful with things. I'm helpful with the combat.
No dinghies today.
You know, we're gonna have to get their schooner later.
Can we do fish jokes? I know fish jokes.
Just don't do it in front of the Trident adventurers.
No, of course.
Yeah.
And so, a relatively medium boat.
A schooner.
I actually don't know how big schooners are, and neither does Jarnbjorn.
Does it seem like this is going to be like a mission in which we are going to need to be ready for combat, or does it seem like a chill mission?
It seems like it's not immediately. You all got a little memo or
About the
summary
dangers.
of what the mission entails, and so while you're not being sent into combat purposefully, they did say any manner of creatures could be lurking at the bottom of the river's mouth.
Okay. Alright, in that case, Jacob is probably going to summon his glaive.
So, if I'm correct, it is your familiar who turns into the glaive.
Yes.
How does that look?
I think that there is a brief moment where Mayhem flies up and then down towards him and disappears into a flurry of feathers, and out comes the glaive, and the feathers disappear, of course, so as not to make a mess.
Do you have to catch it, or is it just kind of resting in your hands?
He has to catch it. It does not always work.
Make a
you've had to
dexterity check.
practice.
Have a bonus to that. Like, specifically in glaive catching, you might have, like,
Is
a
it?
bonus.
Okay.
Because you've obviously had to practice it enough to do it at all.
That is a natural 2 plus my dexterity, which is 3.
Try to look
Proficiency
cool.
bonus?
8.
It glances off of your hand, like the pole part, and then it just clatters to the boat floor. Like, it doesn't look cool. It's like when you see someone playing, like, tossing a broom and, like, spinning it, and then, like, they drop it, and they have to do the indignity of, like, picking it up with their hands.
It's the emotional equivalent of chasing after a ping pong ball on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or, like, you let go of the Wiimote, and you have to, like, you're trying to pick it up with the same hand it's attached to the wrist of, and you're, like, swinging your hand, trying to get the Wiimote.
Alright, that's not a hard thing to master doing. That's
It's just
quite easy.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
When you haven't done it in a while, it's a little embarrassing. You could use your other hand, but you just don't.
It looks cooler when you use one hand.
Yeah.
And then even worse when you don't. But you have your glaive now.
Okay.
You're a little too far north for any kind of alligator, which is good news.
You said that we have potions of water breathing.
There is one for each of you, which lasts an hour. There might be some reserves, and also Quince would have one in case she has to go down and get you.
In terms of, like, the water breathing potion, what will that look like?
I'm not sure if there's, like, a canon for that in D&D, but I'm imagining, like, you drink it and there's kind of a purple fog, and then the fog floats away, and you can actually internally breathe the water with your lungs. If you want to have cool bubbles or gills,
I would just prefer not to bring down my 2 days of rations and hempen rope into the water if they are not going to be dry.
no.
Okay. Then I will leave my equipment up at...
Quick, Anthony, strip.
Okay.
You were way too quick to say yes.
You're so ready.
You've been waiting for this question your whole life.
I have.
In
Do
your
you-
boring accountant life.
Do you need your water breathing potion, Naomh?
No.
Are you gonna take it anyway?
Cool
or are you just
extras.
I'll
Putting it to
hold
the
on
side?
to it.
oh, nice. So they're not sure, like, the barge went down and they're not sure if it got carried down the river a little more or if it's more close to the sinking point. But when they get in that general area, Yarnvjord drops anchor. Well, good luck. And, I don't know, if you're not back up by the time your potions should have worn off, we'll send this old lady after you.
Shouldn't you send someone slightly before they wear off?
Okay, we'll check. If you don't check in at the halfway point, maybe, yeah, in half an hour. We have some reserves. I guess we'll be up here playing checkers or something.
Can't wait for an explosion to go off.
What, do you have any parting advice for him, Quince? Well, if you see anything down there, stab first, ask questions later. That is my way of approaching things. That was bad advice. I will write something ahead of time. I will come prepared next time. Good luck.
Thanks.
Maybe ask questions and stab later. Shake it up a little, Quincy.
Glug, glug, glug.
One of us is gonna drown.
Yeah, I think at that point, he just chugs it and just
That's
falls
right.
right off the boat. It's not graceful. It's not
He trips.
nice. He literally...
he's gonna dive and then he catches his stomach on the edge and falls face first.
Yes.
lands on your back.
Yes, there is an audible slap as he hits his back on the water.
Your trunks fall down a little bit.
I thought of a boat joke.
Okay.
Why can't you tip forward when you're in a scuba gear?
Why?
Because you'll fall into the boat.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, into the water.
It is murky and kind of green, so it's hard to see more than, say, 15 feet ahead. Sometimes there's silt and it's even harder to see. And different fish go by, trout and minnows and such. You're having kind of an easier time sinking than you would normally. Like, it's giving you a little more proficiency swimming. It's a little harder to hear down here, as in, like, a lot.
I'd like to use my invocation to cast Mage Armor real quick.
My stats.
Okay. You can still speak down here.
Okay. Can I make a perception check to look around for the signs of the wreckage? If it's anywhere near here, like if there's odd bubbles or... You said there's spell components, so maybe like ink clouds and stuff like that?
Roll.
I have not rolled above a 3 this entire time. That is a critical failure.
So you don't know which way is up.
While you're looking around, a fish actually goes by you, commonly known as a doctor fish, and it smacks you in the eye, and you get a little bit of sand in there. Like, you are swimming forward, and it's swimming, like, across, and you just T-bone it with your face.
Cool, so I would like to roll a perception check.
Okay?
Yeah, Jacob just, like, deadpans in the water. Like, he's not even swimming anymore.
You're just sinking with the rest of them like some sort of water elevator going down.
Yeah.
Roll.
We're not doing well.
What did you get?
Kenzie, would you like to do a perception while I figure this out really quickly?
You may have advantage since you are a water-dwelling creature. Do you have your original form on?
No, I have polymorphed into the seal, which I'm using the dolphin stats for, which it says to do.
Okay.
That is 18.
That's rather good.
I'm wise, but I'm not smart.
Street smarts. So, Naomh, you all finally hit the riverbed. And it's kind of spongy, rather silty, and you feel the sand going down with the water's current. Almost like wind on the other player's ankles while you are in seal form. So I assume you're kind of doing like little circles around the party.
Yeah. I'm kind of just floating there sideways.
You
I look kind of dead.
At some point, you're going to bump into something, and I want you to do like the seal thing of like mush.
Yeah.
But you see, even though it has been 2 days since this barge went down, there are ruts in the river bed where you can see scrape marks where a barge started to touch down and was dragged along down the river a little ways. But, strangely, you smell blood in the water. You may relay this to the others, or you can keep it to yourself.
The river can have the barge.
I don't know the casual way to say there's blood.
Tastes like a lot of iron in this water.
It's salty.
Smells like blood. And flesh.
Do you smell what I'm cooking?
Yeah, there's blood down here.
Would you like to follow the trail? Not of the blood, but of the tracks.
Yeah. Oh no!
Light kicking.
I just realized how many hit points a dolphin has.
You can probably use your player hit points. I don't like you don't have like temporary hit points the way a druid does, right? It's all just your one life form.
Yeah.
So use your regular character stats aside from the dexterity, strength, and such.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I follow it.
Okay. I assume you have a 30 swimming speed or something.
60.
60.
They fast.
So you all are swimming along too, and it used to be about 10 minutes since you reached the bed of the river, and you see regular activity waters. You know when you're in the ocean or a lake and a bit of seaweed touches your leg?
And it scares the ever-loving crap out of you? Yes.
Now you can see it physically.
The seaweed?
But as you have to swim through these patches, and it's not so big that you would get tangled in it, but it can touch your neck sometimes and kind of skeeves you out, but you are getting a little further along. Are you going ahead,
Yeah.
Naomh? The blood smell is getting a little stronger.
This ain't good.
Would you like to investigate?
I suppose.
Okay, roll.
Oh, right. Right.
That's intelligence.
That's 14.
Okay. So there is a little bit of a hole, like some rocks that haven't been worn down, and there's a crevice, kind of like a hellbender's den, except very, very big. The virtue of this potion, given to you by the guild, makes it to where the pressure isn't so bad on you, being this low. It's pretty deep to where it probably wouldn't bother people so much. It's a little darker than you're used to. And Naomh, you might want to stop moving, because up ahead there's a writhing nest of long creatures. And it looks like some of them are injured, that the barge, as it was crashing, ran over this nest. They are as round as large casks of beer.
Oh, noes. Can I see if I know what they are?
Sure, you can make a nature check.
Not doing too well.
That's a 3.
That's not a crit failure, is it?
No.
Okay.
Can we get
Sure.
pity points from the DM if this continues?
Um,
No? Alright, good.
they might be dragons.
I'm so glad I fretted over this game.
So very much not dragons, then.
They're kind of long, like that kind of worm dragon. You see the glint of teeth down there, and maybe hooked claws. They are freaking you out a whole lot. Do you report this back to your fellow adventurers?
Yes. I just come
Zoom back up.
zooming back, going, nope, 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 nope.
What's over there?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Mr. Accountant, would you like to go check it out with me?
Sure.
Let's go check it out. But let's not get too close. I don't want to die of
Before you guys go, what kind of flowers do you want at your funeral?
Shut your mouth.
I mean, I'm kind of partial to roses, but that feels really basic. So maybe like a dandelion.
Fair.
Are we really gonna go check this out?
Yes,
Why?
because, I mean,
Because you
it's
said
in
so.
the direction of this thing.
Well, I don't think that we like the barge isn't in there,
I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
imagine not, but we do need to follow
It-
the tracks.
It passed over.
so it's past there, which means we can just like go past it. I'm pretty sure.
We don't have to get close to it.
Oh yeah.
I do kind of want to know what it is, but at the same time, I'm not killing my character on the first session.
Yeah, let's just avoid it and go.
You may have to swim over it.
I'm okay with that.
I would like to know what it is.
That's not much better, but
Yeah, I imagine it's not. I think I see a 6.
that's a 6.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nope. Oh, that's a 9.
Hey, it's slightly better.
And so that'd be a 10. You know they are not dragons. I will say the current is kind of passively drawing you guys down the river, so even without trying to, you get closer, and you see the red bodies, at least 100 feet long, just all together. Some of them are at rest, and some of them sleep.
At rest as in dead?
No,
Oh.
just not in motion.
DM, could I possibly give this a final try to try and
Yes.
figure out what these things are? What are the
should.
options for?
You may use nature or arcana.
So I rolled a 6.
Oh my god.
I got a +3 though, so it's a 9.
Oh,
Snaky boys.
Nice.
Is what I'm going to. Jakob. This is.
From my southwestern homeland of snakes, and tumbleweeds. Know this to be a tumbleweed.
All right. This is we're going
Australia.
very south, very out there. I'm deciding between Steve Irwin and somehow a very deep southern accent.
A combination.
Yes. There's a bunch of snaky boys down there. Let's go poke them with a stick.
No.
And maybe round them a bit. They got some real sharp teefies.
it's an Alaskan bullworm.
And that is going to be my contribution for this. This is an attempt to figure out what on earth these things are.
So none of us know what it is.
Well, to swim over
Stay
them,
away from it.
you all will have to make a stealth check.
Can I roll Arcana for it?
Can I roll
You
to
use
go
stealth
to...
and dex.
If you want to... Oh, to figure out what it is, you may re-roll Arcana.
Can I roll to go to the surface instead?
Oh,
Sure, that will
Oh,
take
that
more
is,
time, though. It might help you all to
Intelligence.
signal to
that's 17.
Quince and Yarnvior that you are further down the river, so they can
Yeah.
help quicker.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
In Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you recognize a scent. As a druid, you are still a spellcaster.
I'm a ranger.
You're a ranger? You are still a spellcaster. Anthony fed me misinformation. That's
I thought
okay.
you were. I thought.
Oh, it is on the
Druid.
sheet, too.
The sheet is new to us. We don't know its magical powers.
The sheet changes before our eyes.
Yeah, you have spells at this level. You have some spells that use components. And you might go shopping for those or collect them yourself, but this scent in the water is very familiar. And the giant bloodworms, they have a venom that is very commonly used in different kinds of poisoned arrows, knives,
Oh.
and spell components. And sometimes even medicine. But you don't know much about them as creatures other than what they are. You do know that they can be kind of pricey to acquire, so you might intuit that there's a little bit of risk in harvesting. What was you all stealth?
Oh,
And,
right.
Nobody rolled stealth yet.
Okay, if you are going to the surface, you may use advantage.
That is a
10.
dirty 20 for me.
That's a 10.
Nice.
It's a 10.
It's a 13 for me.
Oh, I think you got 13. It's so pretty. So it's a +4 on top of the 13, which is 17.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello, I'm Chase. I barely passed math class.
I'm Mackenzie. I didn't take math past fractions.
I'm Anthony. I think I'm the only person who wasn't homeschooled.
Hey!
What does that mean about your math abilities, though?
They're poor.
So what was your total, Chase?
17.
17? That's rather
Actually nice.
good. And Anthony's was 13.
Yes.
You swim over their den with very little issue.
Can't identify the damn thing, but we can certainly get away from it.
I guess that's all that matters. And the scent of blood, now that you are getting a little further downstream, is a little stronger, and so it might block out any other scents that you are trying to detect. You might have gotten more from upstream, because there might be some out and about hunting, because it's hard to be an ambush predator when you're so big, I feel like.
You kind of have to be an ambush predator if you're that big.
Periodically, I cast light on bubbles so that they float up to the surface and let
Oh,
them know our progress.
little
We should have a light system.
But you get past their den. The barge is actually more near outcropping of trees from above, so it's a little darker and there's a little more vegetation. Neve, are you familiar with the underwater areas around Luskin?
Fairly.
You might recognize that you're coming into a kind of bad territory, a place that you do not want to go. Maybe your parents didn't tell you the exact details. Your hackles rise a little bit. Are you all stealthing or going into the barge right away?
I went to the surface.
Are you coming back down?
I will be.
Okay. Well,
I'm getting help to come closer because...
the schooner folk wave at you, and they're gonna come closer to your position. Everything okay down there?
There's a demon down there, and it's made of a great many wormy worms.
Yep. Hope you're having fun. You ever punch one of those things? Nothing better.
Do not want to go down near it.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time, but
If you
I
want to
just
go
made a
fight it,
picture
it's like
to us.
right down there.
maybe next week.
Okay. I'm gonna
Well,
head
we
back
know
down.
where they are now.
Yeah, I'll have to put that on my bucket list map. Here's a good place to drop our anchor, right? We're not like right above them. We're past it.
I'll move a bit further down, just in case. Direction of the boat was somewhere in that direction. So, considering we didn't see it last I was down there with them, I'm gonna say it's a bit further down.
Alright. And so they pass you.
Can't pick me up?
You can grab onto the boat.
Take me a little ways along, make me swim.
You can grab onto the boat if you want.
So where did we leave off?
In the Valley of Death.
Right.
The Valley of the Shadow of Jeff.
Of Jeff?
Jeff.
I love
Jeff.
Jeff.
The Valley of the Shadow of Death.
I shouldn't have said that. You guys are gonna...
We're gonna run with it.
I'm gonna say that forever now.
So you can get towed along by the boat as they go down 24 yards. They drop anchor once more. As you peek under the water to murky depths, you can kind of see the flash of the fins of your friends in the underwater plants.
I'm gonna dip my head back above. Hey, has anybody got a rock? So I can sink down faster?
I got this one.
Also a second potion.
Oh.
Or 3.
I have a second potion down here.
Yeah.
You do, but
It's-
more.
It's been about 40 minutes now by the count of my clock. So here, take these to your buddies. And here's my rock, but I do expect it back.
I don't think you should give me this rock. I'm not hauling it back up.
Then you can't have it.
Yeah, I
Um,
was hoping that...
how about a pat on the back?
Okay, I'm just gonna go. I shall start
How
swimming back down.
Oh, the grenade won't be a lot of help.
Yeah, probably won't.
Yeah, I'm just too fond of them.
This water is exactly the place for explosives.
Maybe you could grab onto the anchor chain and pull yourself down.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yoink thine self.
Alrighty. Good luck! Oh, take one of these. If you...
She hands me a grenade. I'm going to hand it back.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
It's a little rectangle that she hands you, about 1/2 inch thick. What you're supposed to do is you break it in half, and a little pillow comes out, and it will rise to the top and alert us if you need some help. Here's another for your other 2 buddies.
You gave us this now.
I've had a lot on my mind. I know I'm better at hitting things, honestly. There's an incident report I need to fill out. This big old bird just came out of the sky and hit Yarnvior, and Yarnvior decided to lie down for a little bit. Look at him. He's attaching his arm.
Would the big bird happen to have been you?
On any other day, that answer would be different, but no.
I'm gonna head down.
Yeah, we're running out of time. See ya. Sploosh. Bubble sounds. And it's just a minute that it takes you to get down there to catch up with your friends.
As opposed to the 10 it took earlier.
But the weeds are much thicker down here, and there are even some weird tree roots as well along the bank as it travels down in a sheer kind of cliff. The barge has almost collided with it, or maybe it looks like it may have rebounded and settled down. But strangely, you see you're at a different angle than that of your compatriots. And there's a door, and the lock on it is broken. Somebody was here before you.
Wonderful. So, Anthony, Mr. Accountant,
Yes.
have you happened to have seen that your watch, maybe, and seen that you should take a sip of this potion? There you go.
If I drown, I drown.
You're an accountant. Live with it.
Did you hold it above your mouth like that underwater?
Yes. And he got nothing out of it.
Yeah.
So he had
Let
to...
me roll.
Okay, no, hold on.
I
I
open
want
up
to do
my
this.
sealskin pockets,
Oh,
my seal pouch,
You know,
and just chuck you another bottle.
I would like to... Okay, no, nothing's going to come out, right? It's lighter than water, so it's going to rise to the top. And so when I
You gotta
unplug
chase
it
it?
underwater...
It is
It
still
doesn't-
liquid.
nothing's gonna move. Or not much of it's gonna move.
Yeah, it's probably not going to move. And so he sort of has to, like, get real close and go... and
You
suck it.
Just breathe it into your lungs now.
So you know the way you normally
How
drink?
else would he do?
You know the way you normally drink, and you know the way that like those weird kids drink, where they do this. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Quickly, Anthony, do a demonstration.
Well,
We cannot go to Ruby today. It is not in my itinerary.
Not
or
again.
our budget. That's not in our studio budget.
That's not in the studio budget.
I'm sorry, Ruby?
Hospital.
Oh. Back to topic.
Right, back to topic.
Back to topic.
I drink that potion.
You choke on said potion.
I choke on the potion, I drink the potion.
You go to Fantasy Ruby.
I go to Fancy Ruby, they toss me out back into the
What if
ocean.
there's a healer at the guild and her name is Ruby?
I walk in and she is a very large woman, very muscular, and she just slaps me with the healing hands and then
She just
yeets me
slaps
out the
your
door.
back.
Yeah, just like a smack, and then she picks me up and throws me out the door back onto the stretcher, and then they in turn take me to the carriage, which
It's
then
like-
tosses me off the bank into the water.
It's that scene from SpongeBob with Mr. Krabs.
I'm so used
It's
to
like he doesn't have health insurance, kicks him down the hill.
I'm so used to us going off topic. I was about to start saying something and then just slap myself internally. I was like, no, back on topic.
Back on topic.
I shall also drink my potion
Oh.
more successfully. You'd think for a potion that you're probably going to be drinking underwater, they'd design it so that way it wasn't like a normal potion. It was like
I'm pretty sure they imagine you coming up
special
for air first.
There were a lot of other wares, and so there's no telling what was taken and what is left, or if anything were taken at all.
Can I look for signs of...
if somebody went through the trouble to get down here, they were probably looking for something specific. So it's doubtful that we'd be able to pick out, like 8 boxes being gone, unless, of course,
It
the
was on the
thing that came
manifest.
down here was like several hundred pounds of silver, for instance.
May I look for any signs of an entity being close, nearby?
You do see the door that was broken to the cargo area. It had like a lock on it, and it looks like it was scratched.
As in a claw, or as in it was broken off?
Make a check.
11.
What do I add to that?
Would you like to do investigation?
11.
You're an accountant who doesn't have high intelligence.
No, he has high charisma.
Which is... He's an accountant.
11. It's hard to tell. It looks kind of like it may have involved some sort of instrument.
Like a crowbar.
Instrument is in tool, or instrument is in
Maybe like a
do-do-do-do?
like a weapon.
Oh
I was
no!
trying to say musical tool,
An
but then it
oboe!
turned... And then it halfway went magical tool, so it was magical.
Oh no! There's this underwater bard going around breaking locks with his tuba.
Ariel, you better get out of this goddamn barge.
I'm gonna have to cut that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
We don't need to get stomped on. Okay, what's another one?
We don't need
Oh
to get-
please!
We don't need
oh,
Disney
please.
to curb stomp us.
Oh please, Mr. Mouse, step on me.
Just like, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I am almost certain you guys
I'll
are.
have to cut that.
All of us, because we'll have to be slipping with the fishes.
I'm almost certain you guys are way too cautious about this.
Oh,
You'd be
you
surprised.
It's fine to
You'd be
like.
surprised.
I am. Okay, continue.
Yeah. It looks like maybe some
laugh,
sort of
flip.
tool or weapon.
Okay. Not an oboe.
We have to bring these up to the surface, right?
You haven't found them yet.
Oh, okay.
You're just looking at the door down to the cargo hold.
Oh.
Let's open it.
Okay.
You really do have a death wish.
Yeah, Jacob's gonna take the initiative and just open it.
It is dark down there.
I do have dark vision. Does that help at all?
Yeah, it means you see it in kind of a dusk black and white. There is that kind of grate where they would use a crane or something to lower cargo in, but you're using the door entrance that goes down into a stairwell. So there's little shafts of light that come in. You are looking, for 3 crates marked with the letter K.
Do I need to make a check for that?
The
We're looking for 3 crates.
With the letter K on them.
3 Ks. Gotcha.
oh no! I just
Oh!
Let me retcon that. Can we say it's the letter G?
Yeah.
You were looking for 3 crates with the letter G.
I'm totally keeping this in.
Yeah.
I
I was gonna say, I'm gonna riot if you remove that.
I
don't know. Should I just
We're
like
gonna
go
hold you
Back
accountable,
on
Tessa.
target. Back on target.
Okay.
Go.
Wait, one more
3
thing. I
crates
do
of
want
G.
this to be in the recording. I am black. Because people online will not know
was
this.
trying to think of a name for some pricey magical component that's rare, and I was like,
K is a very fancy letter.
it could be a person's initial.
A club's initial.
Certain.
Sorry, please continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to make a perception or investigation roll? Because this is a large area.
I would prefer
Large barge.
perception.
Okay.
That says 3.
Behind him, can I search?
Sure.
a
Anyone
9.
may make a roll now. As long as you're in the hole.
13.
For
I'm gonna just remove the danger people.
for what, perception?
Perception or investigation.
That's a 16 for perception.
Do you have dark vision as well?
Yes.
Okay. So you also see in a dusk kind of black and white, and there is Naomh sees a glowing light from the back corner of the interior of the barge.
Oh, this isn't good.
It's behind another wall of crates, kind of. They do get jumbled, so they're not as orderly anymore. But it's basically a glowing coming from around a corner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something magical when exposed to water. Maybe it could start glowing, like a slow reaction. You're not sure.
So who wants to go check it out?
Well, we don't see it.
Do you point it out to your friends?
Yeah. Do you guys not see this glowing?
No.
It's kind of murky water down here.
The,
Must I be the only one who's valuable in water?
Tea leaves,
Yes.
like crates of tea leaves, are filling the boat with tannin-soaked water.
The British.
we aren't we don't belong in the water. We're land people.
I gesture to myself with my seal flippers.
And you're both.
Lights.
Yeah, we see them now. Thank you.
Anyone want to go check it out?
Sure, yes.
Let
Yes.
us go.
Jacob just goes right towards it.
Okay. You don't stealth or anything?
No.
As
Okay.
far as we know, there's nothing down here.
You round the corner, and it's a almost blinding light in comparison to the dark. And you see 3 kind of floating orbs about this big.
About the size of a... This is being recorded.
Very true.
Basketball.
A little smaller than a football,
Alright.
but similar and ovular shape.
3 glowing footballs.
Like the size of someone's face, but not a whole head. It's kind of hard to see much else.
Can I go towards them?
Sure.
Yeah. Yes, I 100% just go for it. Just sort of swim towards them.
I went to look at the dice roll because I've gotten used to looking for Anthony's dice rolls. And I was like, that means nothing to me. I have no idea what they're rolling for.
The glowing light goes upward very suddenly. And now that you can see past it, you see a large set of teeth.
Oh, God.
Needly teeth that are long. And it brings you to mind of some fish picture books you may have seen as you were younger, or monstrosity, little spooky pictures. And you recall the phrase anglerfish. These jaws come and they kind of pierce you as they bite you. The set of jaws is at least 2.5 feet wide. And as you can see more, you realize it's not just an anglerfish. It has long hands with long claws, fins along its spine, and is very pale from a life in the dark. There are 3 of them.
You cannot see, but there is much disdain in my face.
It bites you. You take 8 piercing damage. The claws slash at you, and you take 9 slashing damage.
Does he get a whole turn, or are we rolling initiative?
Well, it is just this one. It was a surprise round, but I will say roll for initiative.
I did not make it all the way, but it still landed flat. It's a 13.
Oh, thank God.
Let's say
16.
16.
What was your total, Chase?
17 again.
You got a 16?
19.
19. Very nice. What is your initiative, Kenzie?
9.
So far, it is just you here.
Is it an option to just, like, they bit me? Can I just, like, slide all the way inside their mouth? And
It is your turn. Go.
That hurt, though. So, can I smack him? Just bonk him a bit?
Roll to hit.
Okay, that is a 7 plus 8, so a 15 to hit.
That does hit.
A 6? Oh, is that a line? I feel like I should... Yeah, it is. Okay, so that is a 9 plus 5, so that comes to 14 slashing damage. Magical.
And is that your turn?
It is not. I would like to look up something real quick. If you'll give me a quick moment. Yes. Also, could I take my... Would I be able to take up my bonus action before my second attack?
Sure.
I point my finger towards the one who bit me and say, have a nice time with the Raven Queen, and use my trait of the Hexblade's Curse. It gives me a few things like a critting on a 19 and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I have my proficiency bonus to damage. And I'd like to try and attack again.
Okay.
That is a 15 plus 8.
That hits.
Alright. That is a 2. And since I have my proficiency bonus, that's a plus 8. So that is 10 more magical slashing damage.
Think you're a big tough guy, huh?
Are they bloodied?
There is a lot of blood leaking into the cargo hold, and you do not have it. You are breathing it a little bit.
Ew.
Yeah. That is the end of your turn.
Yes.
Up next is Akuma.
Good riddance. For reference, I just dropped my d20 on the floor.
It returned.
God damn it, where did it come from?
Where did it go?
Shut your mouth. We are not bringing that back for the next campaign. It dies in the last one.
Okay, but if it had not been for Cotton
No,
Eye Joe,
it dies.
I would have been married a long time ago. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Anyway, let me roll for attempting to hit this damned thing. Cool, I don't hit. It's a 4.
Do you have 2 attacks?
No.
You're level 5, so as a fighter you have
Yes,
2.
I do. I'm dumb.
You
This
wanna
is my
use my
first
lucky
time
die?
doing it. No, I'm gonna use this so that I have a reason to melt it later.
Eat it.
I'm not eating
Consume
a
it
dice.
for power.
Nat 20!
Now you
Let's see.
roll your damage die twice. Or you could roll it once and just double the number.
Yeah, I'm gonna double that.
I'll take it. So what is the plus? That should be your strength or dex.
Dex is +4.
So that's max damage, right?
That's 20 damage. Slashing?
Yeah.
Which one did you attack? The one that bit Jake is not looking good no more. Like, you pierced it and now its right arm is kind of dangling, like you severed some tendons that are rather important, and it's just leaking, making this blood cloud in the water. If that is the end of your turn, how you doing, Jacob?
I am almost bloodied.
That's real sad, because
Have you been rolling your lucky die?
yeah.
Yeah?
Should I
How
stop?
did you roll? How did you roll, Tessa?
The
A lot.
first one wasn't very good.
How was the second one?
Well, I'm not rolling too good on the damage die. Take 8 slashing damage. And then we have... Does a 15 hit Akuma?
My armor class is 15.
That does hit. Take 7 slashing damage as the claws of the second angler slash into you. How you doing, Jake?
I'm very bloodied.
What about Kenzie?
Kenzie has not come into combat yet. They are still at the entrance.
There are also 2 people here.
Alright.
Yeah, then there's 3 mer. That's 7 slashing damage.
I'm barely hanging on.
And next in the order is Naomh.
Alright, how is it looking?
It's looking like one mer is very, very injured. Jake is very, very injured. And your friend Akuma is slightly injured, but 2 of the mer look untouched and ready for blood.
I want to go bite the other one. Bite one of the untouched ones.
Okay, roll the hit.
Oof. Do I have second attack yet?
Yes.
I do, right?
Yes. Is that a critical failure?
Yeah, it's a 2.
Oh, it's not critical, okay.
It was still worse than the last one.
Do you have any bonus actions for healing?
I have cure wounds.
That's an action, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so no, I can't do it.
Well, that will be the end of your turn. Next is Jakob.
So how's it hanging, Jake?
The one that bit me, I'm gonna smack him.
Okay, roll a hit. These are like 12 feet long, by the way.
Awful. That is a 14 plus 8 to hit.
That hits.
Right, and then that is a d10 plus 5. That is a 10! 15 damage, plus the 3 for
What is your weapon of choice?
a glaive.
Is that slashing?
Yes.
So you bring it, I assume, in a diagonal slice, and the top of the head and upper palate start drifting away, and this creature is no longer responsive as it's just floating in the empty space of the cargo hold.
As a Hexblade Warlock, my curse, if the cursed target dies, I regain hit points equal to my Warlock level and my Charisma modifier, so that would be a total of 10 hit points.
Very good.
Still bloodied, though.
Yeah,
Very bloodied.
that angler mer, if you can think of a tooth that you're losing and it has like that one piece of gum it's dangling by, that was the mer. I'm sure some people would not like that description.
Oh, I'm positive.
If that is your turn.
It is not.
Okay.
I have a second attack.
Okay.
I would like to hit the untouched one.
There's 2 of them.
Yes, there is one untouched, and the other one had Kenzie on it.
Kenzie didn't hit it.
Ah, I'd like to target the one that isn't currently being targeted by Kenzie.
Okay.
That is a natural 3, so a total of 11.
That does not hit.
Yeah.
Okay, next in
that's
the
my turn.
order is Akuma.
How much you want to bet? I roll this dice, and it says I want to be
How about I
burned.
take your die and
Nope.
you take my die?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Is this dice going to be burned in the back of my house later tonight? Let's find out. It's a 2.
You get 2 attacks.
It's a 2 again because it just slid across it instead of actually rolling.
Next in the order,
Yeah, good. Very good.
I will use a different die for you guys' sake.
I'm gonna use a different die.
For similar but different reasons.
Hey, Jacob. Let me use a different D6. There. Naomh.
Yes?
Does a 12 hit?
No. My armor class or the seal armor class?
Seal.
12?
12.
Yes.
Okie dokie. You take 8 piercing damage as one just bites into you, and then does an 11 hit.
No.
Okay. And they come at you with their claws next, and they just swish through the water as you're too slick and agile in the water. The third mer is going to aim at Akuma. Does a 23 hit?
I'm going to force you to use the page in front of you.
I should do that. This is good practice, thank you. 15, so yes, that does hit. And so you take 8 piercing damage. You also take 9 slashing damage. And that is the Mur's turn. Next is Naomh in the order.
The one that just got me. I'm gonna bite him.
Okie dokie.
It's my strength, right?
Yeah.
Or
Well, if you have your attacks with the dolphin, like the bite, then I would use that.
oh, I have slam, not bite, so
I would give you a bite as well.
okay. I'll just have it as like the same attack. So that's 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That's 7 damage.
You said 7? You have a second attack.
Right.
I'm so happy that you asked us to do a podcast when none of us are. Well,
15 to hit.
Anthony's good at
That
D&D.
hits. Roll damage.
You don't have to be good at D&D.
Okay.
Just
Our
fun.
dice aren't good at D&D.
That's 5 damage.
That's something.
Damage is damage.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay, top of the order is Jakob.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to hit them yet again.
Okay, roll the hit. Number 3 that isn't engaged with me.
Yes. That is an 8 plus 8, so that's a 16.
That hits. Roll damage.
I would like to smite. An Eldritch Smite.
Very well.
Alright, so that is...
Let's make sure to do the holy jingle.
This is not great already. So that's 8 slashing.
Okay,
6, so that's 21 force damage.
okay. All together?
So it's 29 damage total. Are they bloodied at all?
Yes. They're looking very bad.
I would like to hit again.
Roll.
That is a 12 plus 8, so that's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. I would like to smite again.
Go for it.
Slashing, that's going to come to 10 damage.
Okay.
And 5, so that's 14 force.
I'm going to stop you there.
Okay.
How do you do it?
I think at this point there's not a ton of soul in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think he really wants... They didn't hurt him personally.
Oh, they're trying to.
They're trying to. They didn't, like...
I think the second one did, too.
Not the one I'm currently attacking, though.
No. That one hit.
Would it be too late to declare non-lethal?
I think it's too late.
Ah, damn it.
Non-lethal. Yes.
I smite them with my knife on a stick. But don't kill them, though.
I guess painless as possible. Just take off the head.
That is quite a swing with your mighty smite. Is the only way it could have happened.
I think it's sort of like a swingy motion where he does it above his head and then...
Well, I think your blade
Brings it
only
around.
has like a 16-inch blade. And its eyes, like, its small, beady eyes, she just, like, she doesn't have eyelids, but they kind of widen in a disturbed way, and her head just floats away from her shoulders. None of these Mer are male, to be sure.
Jakob wouldn't know.
'Cause male anglerfish, if you know anything about them,
No.
you're better off not knowing. Next in the order is Akuma. You would be... the one that you were fighting just got knocked out by Jakob, so you would be fighting the last one alongside your friend Naomh if you are attacking.
Yes.
Okay.
Knocked out. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh.
you know, just
Knocked out of the race to live.
and they're sleeping with their heads separated from their body.
Alright, cool. Well, back to the swinging and the stabbing and the please don't fail me like the last one did. 15, thank you God.
That hits.
Actually get to do damage. 3
You had your
plus
either strength or dex.
4. So that's 7. 16 plus another 7.
Okay, that hits. Was that damage as well?
Yes.
Okay. They are not looking good. They are furious. You might think that the carnage would convince them to go away, but
A sane person would go away.
they are out for blood. Naomh does a 17 hit.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, you take 8 piercing damage. Jake?
Yes.
Oh, I have the sheet. I can stop asking. This does not hit.
But did they swipe at me, or did they try to bite me?
They swiped at you. That is the end of their turn.
Might. Oh. Cogs turning in my head. God. Oh, what's 17 plus 4?
Oh, that hits! Good. That would be 21.
Alright. That is, 3 piercing damage.
Not having a good time. Next in the order is Jakob.
Alright. In that case, I will attempt to hit them
Okay.
with my glaive. So that is a 4 plus 8, so that is a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
Alright. In that case, I'll try for my second attack.
Okay.
Would you like to look at this, Chase? Because if I understand correctly, that is in fact
Natural 20!
a critical hit.
Okay.
D10.
Really good.
That is a 5. Do I need to roll it again, or do I double it?
Your choice.
I'll roll it again. But I want the
You just need to
regular.
declare before you roll a second one. Like, if you roll the second one and it's a 1, you can't be like, I'm taking the first one.
Okay. I regretted the spaghetti. That is.
Is it a 1?
That's a 4.
Ah.
So that is a 9 plus 5, so that is a 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Or sorry, 14 damage.
Damage? Lethal, correct?
Can it be non-lethal?
No, you might as well.
I feel like it might be a little late.
It's a little
Yeah.
late to try and repair bridges.
For again.
It is dead.
Okay. Yeah. Ugh. I committed a lot of murder today. I would like to just... Would I be able to, like, just go straight down? Like, cut them wholly in half?
That would be
Why?
easier to do underwater.
Oh,
Just
Yes.
straight to death. Straight to death.
Sure.
No stopping of pain along the way, just straight to death.
Okay.
You pass go.
Yeah.
Now get in the grave.
They're dead. All 3.
I hope that your souls are looked kindly upon by the Raven Queen. I guess that is sort of my cleric's blessing, I guess. But I'm not a cleric, I'm a warlock. So they should take that how they will.
A warlock's blessing.
A warlock's blessing.
You
Doesn't
see,
happen very often. It's mostly curses.
the crates that they were going for seem to be full of coffee beans.
Jacob's gonna reach out real quick and grab like a handful and slide one into his like coat pocket.
You
One
just
singular
finished
coffee bean?
murdering people and you're going to do that.
I think of Jacob as like he's 32. That's basically middle age in our times of like adventuring. If anything, it's old age. I feel like people die a lot in our times. So I feel like at the age of 32, he's like, ugh, can't wake up without my coffee.
So he's 32,
Yes.
addicted to caffeine,
Yes.
and has decided that he's in his midlife crisis and wants to kill himself.
Yes.
Alright.
You are looking for the 3 crates labeled KG.
Gee. We're getting far away from K.
Okay.
Can I look around to try and find them?
Yes.
Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, roll it'll determine how fast you do it.
Okay. Chase, could you...
It's not looking good. No, I'm kidding. It's an 8.
Oh, thank God. So that's a 14. It is the highest I've rolled for skill checks, I'm pretty sure.
Takes you another 10 minutes.
Okay. Do. Bleeding
32 and has
Very
anger issues.
fastly.
Yeah.
I'm
you-
bleeding a lot.
Are you going back up to the boat?
I will go
You
and
have
get
the
help.
crates, right?
What company is this boat a part of? Surely they would have sent people down.
They contracted the Adventurers Guild.
I'm gonna have to undo
You
all
could
this.
try and grab some other stuff along the way. I don't think the rest of this will be salvaged because it costs more than your commission.
What else is down here?
Different
Just like-
crates with different labels.
Just
and
like general goods.
yeah, some are sweet potatoes. tea, coffee, different silks.
Silks?
I'll take some of those
Ruined
silks.
by the river water?
I'll take some of those silks.
Okay, you'll have to dry them out so they don't, like, rot in their bolts.
Okay.
Okay, so you all are ascending. And as you... The crates are a little heavy, so it might take...
Why not just attach those little, like, balloon things I was given to?
They're like the size of a whoopee cushion. Like, they're a signal that goes up.
All 3 of them on one would help out a great deal.
Okay. You can take, like, a few minutes attaching them.
Can I use a concentrated Eldritch Blast to push them up?
No.
Would that break them?
It might...
If you...
Worst case
It's worse
scenario, bloodworms come after us because
Oh,
they
that's
hear
true.
a shitload of noise.
That's true. I
And
should not
also
do so.
explosions really hurt things underwater.
So,
We could be out of range of the Eldritch Blast, but the concussive force and difference in water pressure will kill us. That's why I did not want them to hand us grenades. That's why you can go dynamite fishing. It kills everything in the lake.
I feel like, though, if it's magic, it's not going to... Why did you roll? Well, DM? answer me, DM. Why did you roll? You don't have to tell me anything. You
Tell
are
me
the
high
DM.
or low.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, I'm not actually doing this. I just put the idea out there.
High or low. Help me decide something. It doesn't affect you.
I've been rolling low all day, so I'm going to say high.
So, as you get higher, you see there's a lot of debris on top of the water and a lot of blood. And you see, when you break the surface, there is the floating body parts of bloodworms. And you see Quince sitting on top of a very large, like 20-foot alligator. The alligator is like, sup. They don't talk, but they do like the little chin thing.
No. You said it.
I said they're like sup. Like,
Okay.
You said they say sup.
I don't think so.
We can check the recording.
We'll do that later.
I've got you, Tessa. I've got you in recording.
Got you on 4K.
We have a talking alligator.
They can't have said sup because I believe you have to be level 19 druid to speak while in beast form.
If
They're
birds,
here to
You
watch
do
after us.
notice that the alligator is made out of wood. Climb aboard, everybody. I got all of your belongings. The schooner is gone. But this thing happens all the time. It should be just fine.
So I'm assuming you used grenades on it.
No.
I see.
Well, while it was above water, actually, because the bloodworms came up, try to give us a nom, mainly me, but they can't smell or see that I know of. So, we just shoved a little grenade down in there and no more.
Alrighty then.
I'd like to think that Mayhem transforms back into his raven form and sort of shakes off the water and then goes and like noms a little bit of worm.
It's real gummy.
We're
soft.
not having gummy worms.
Oh no, it's just like, it's like a good old piece of fat.
Maybe the real treasure was the gummy worms we ate along the way.
No, it was not.
Here, let me, I'll help you get those crates up on there. And she takes her beefy pigeon arms and yoinks them up out of the water. And then puts hands out to help you all up too.
We will be lucky to get any pay out of this.
Oh, you'd be surprised. These crates,
An entire
crate?
schooner.
a small schooner. It'll be just fine, Akuma. They're there. And you all, I have to say, did a great job. Nobody's dead.
This time.
Yet.
And I'm sure that Guildmaster Thrannen will be so pleased with your performance. I'd say this is a win. A swampy, but also kind of clockwork growl, a little bellow from the alligator.
A little friend.
Are you staying in the water, Naomh, or are you climbing aboard?
I'm climbing out and taking off my seal coat.
Okay. And the alligator starts paddling along.
Does it use its tail?
Yeah.
Then I'd like to grab onto a foot.
No, you can sit on the back.
I know.
Okay.
I don't think he can physically get himself on that. He is bleeding profusely.
Quincy was gonna grab you out. Your wounds will clot when they're not full of river water.
I'd like to think that when they reach down to like pick me up, they do squeeze me a bit, and there's just a little bit of blood that comes out whenever that happens.
Oh, she like fireman carries.
Are you just like a Ziploc bag full of
Bridal
blood?
carries?
Basic.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that's not what humans are?
That is not what a human is.
That's basically what we are.
It basically
not
is what
a human
humans are.
No, it is not.
If you take the bones out, it is.
But there are bones there.
If you take the bones out...
And there's meat.
Good soup.
It takes a boneless good soup.
Boneless, skinless.
Do you like your humans with the bones in?
No.
So it takes a little longer. I'd say 30 minutes. You're back to the boat. I don't know why you returned to the boathouse. Who knows?
Probably where they're expecting us.
They were expecting to see a schooner. Instead, they saw what they assumed was an upturned schooner.
That
They
is
later learned to be a giant wooden crock.
There's a cart owned by the barge company waiting for the items, so that is the reason. And as you guys all climb onto the little deck inside of the boathouse, Yarn Vior turns back into their regular self. Well, they're there. They do cure wounds on you. That's a D8, right?
Yeah.
That's a 10 healing.
I am finally no longer bloodied. Yeah.
It was just for your friend, but that's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
If
no,
you
I'll
don't-
go back down to 21. It's fine.
You're not going to be in any combat, so you're going to have a long rest when you get back anyway. So the stairs up to Theranin's might still be a little hard.
I assumed you meant he gave us all healing hands, and I was like, oh, thank God.
Just little pats on the head.
I also get some
He
help
ducked out
here.
goose
Thank the
dust.
Lord. And then for reference, Tessa turned to me and said, yeah, that wasn't for you.
I saw you marking it. I was like, should I leave it or not?
Oh.
And both Quince and Yarnvior go up to the office to help with the report. We're just going to do verbal ones since it wasn't too complicated of a mission.
Thank God. I hate writing so much.
After knocking, you're
Wasn't
allowed
complicated.
admission into the office.
Absolutely.
And Thranin has put a big dent in all of the paperwork as you've been gone. So there's just
Good for him.
a couple stacks. Not too tall. Yes, glad to see you are all well. How did it go?
Could have been worse.
I didn't get to die.
Did you intend to?
I'm gonna need to spend some time
Are
away
you...
from blood.
Do you need...
If the queen wills it.
Do you need...
Do we
help?
have a queen?
I'm talking
Raven
about the
Queen.
Raven Queen.
Oh, right.
My fiance.
And yet you're still an accountant when you're married to where you're getting married to a dominatrix.
I do not know
Nobody said dominatrix.
the preferences of my fiance, but I
Don't you
can't
feel
pay.
that's important for a relationship?
I can't pay the bills with souls.
Yes. Sorry, sir.
Are given 90 gold.
That's
Hot diggity.
so much more than we got in the main campaign.
No, it is not. We got 250 at one point. That was the Sky mission. Is that we got 250 out of it?
For this level in comparison.
Oh shoot! How long ago was that?
A long time ago.
You were above 10.
Sorry, that's off topic.
We'd love to go into our backstories and everything of all the horrible
We'll get
fun
there.
times we've had, but you'll have to wait for that.
I say that you all have passed my test and are welcome to this new position within the guild. Do you accept it? You may keep this commission from this mission you have completed. You may continue adventure work, or you may return to your more internal workings within the guild.
Well, it's definitely more interesting than building ships.
Sure, I'm in.
I have nowhere else to go, so yes, I shall stay.
Very well. Now, what is this I heard about a schooner?